Main stage, Cloud9 vs Team Tinker 1-0, goes to bet, Cloud9 76%, Team Tinker 24%. European Team Cloud9 are turning into heavy favorites against the American qualifiers Team Tinker, but the statistics show that the two teams have shared 3 wins each from their previous 6 matches. A solid performance from either team could enforce their progression in the tournament, and while Cloud9 should be able to overpower their opponent, they have been forced unexpectedly into the lower bracket many times in the past. This could be a close match if the German duo Dominik Black-Reitmeier and Max QOJQVA Broker are able to get into their tempo. Game 1, Cloud9 wins. Cloud9 and Team Tinker drafted a battle between Eternal Envy Sniper and Black S Phantom Assassin, with Tinker taking a big experience lead through the early game. Though trailing on the graphs, a double kill for Bone7's Beastmaster allowed Cloud9 to claim a 16-minute Roshan and bring them back into the game. With net worth leads for Black and QOJQVA and pushing together in numbers and securing multiple Roshan kills, things were looking promising for Team Tinker. Big team fights started taking place, but Tinker seemed to keep their advantage but were cautious about entering Cloud9's base. After an hour of nervous gameplay from both teams and Cloud9 looking like they could force their way back into the game, Tinker secured a 4 kills and another Aegis but still couldn't get through Cloud9's defenses. Through their defenses, Cloud9 were the first team to take down a Tier 3 tower. With the game looking destined to outlast the entire ViCi match, it was now Team Tinker forced to defend their high ground. The stalemate continued with fights scattered lightly, with potentially more Roshan fights than actual team fights. With 3 heroes down, Tinker successfully destroyed a set of barracks, but their ancient was now exposed. A series of debuffs and a 93-minute push into Tinker's base saw Cloud9 lose 4. A 95-minute push into Cloud9's base saw Tinker lost 4. The game seemed endless, but this loss of life meant a series of boots of travel teleports into Tinker's base saw Cloud9 claim Game 1 after outlasting the entire ViCi Conspiracy series. Featuring a draft featuring a hard carry Gyrocopter, Zeus and support Phoenix, Cloud9 secured a big early game advantage, with everything seeming to go well for the European team. On the opposite team, Black S Juggernaut was content to free farm alone and secure an early tower while keeping a large lead on net worth. But a team wipe at 11 minutes ensured Team Tinker were in a critical state, and without a comeback were certainly heading for a swift exit from the upper bracket. Luck and a good draft seemed to be with Cloud9 as they continued their domination with little in return from Team Tinker, as Black gradually dropped from the top of the net worth chart in favor for Eternal Envy's Gyrocopter. Nothing seemed to go right for Team Tinker as Cloud9 took a 22-kill lead by the 30-minute mark and secured their first set of barracks a minute later. A last-ditch team defense saw Tinker kill of Gyrocopter, but a standout performances from Fada S Zeus was encapsulated by a triple kill from Thundergot's Wrath. Another dominant team fight for Cloud9 forced Tinker to GG call and forced Team Tinker into the elimination stages. Second stage, ViCi Gaming vs London Conspiracy 2-0, goes to bet, ViCi Gaming 96%, London Conspiracy 4%. Chinese Titans ViCi Gaming are coming into this match expected to win, with a massive 96% of the gosu bets placed on the teams securing a victory over Greek debutants London Conspiracy to move into the next round. Despite defeating defending champions Team Empire in the qualifiers, London Conspiracy have got a massive job on their hands to tackle one of the best teams in the world. If they succeed, they will be heroes, and that 4% would have an incredible amount of iron branches. But realistically, ViCi Gaming should wipe their opponents in 2 straight games. Game 1, ViCi Gaming wins. London Conspiracy drafted a Drow Ranger and Visage combination, but were trying to catch out their opponents with an unexpected offlane Enigma. It was your Greek underdogs that actually claimed 2 opening kills against XII's axe, with 2 fissures from a roaming Earthshaker cutting off his escape. ViCi Gaming quickly responded to get back into the game, but Conspiracy were still competing in the early game. Able to take all their opponents' first-tier towers and with a 1,200 gold courier kill, ViCi forced their domination with the pushing power of Fenrir's Chin. With Conspiracy now nervous to push past the remaining second-tier towers, ViCi started to accelerate towards victory, and within 24 minutes all the second-tier towers were destroyed. An enemy siege on their base and a unsuccessful teamfight forced London Conspiracy to call the GG after only 27 minutes, with ViCi Gaming looking destined to secure an easy progression to the next round. Game 2 ViCi Gaming wins. The second game saw the Juggernaut and 3 support heroes come out for London Conspiracy against ViCi Gaming lineup including House Troll Warlord and Super's Night Stalker. A furious early game saw large amounts of deaths, with the Greeks seeming to push ahead, but Super and How took the net worth leads and secured the better farm. ViCi Gaming were clearly ahead by the 15-minute mark, and with a lineup that seemed destined to win a late-game scenario, things were looking bad for Conspiracy. A 4-man wipe outside their Tier 3 tower saw ViCi Gaming firmly in control, with only a matter of time until they secured their victory, but ViCi played cautiously. With their heroes circling outside their base and waiting for the right moment to strike, ViCi Gaming won the team fight and claimed a 2-0 victory before a single game had finished in the main event match.